This is a full breakdown of the proposed Washington Township Board of Education budget for fiscal year 2026 to 2027. We'll cover where every dollar goes, what it means for your property taxes, and when you can have your say. Before we go any further, here's something important. The document we were given for this video isn't actually a budget. It's a meeting agenda from the Washington Township Board of Education, dated August 25, 2026. It tells us that the board will vote on things like taxes and tuition, but it doesn't include any of the actual numbers. So instead of guessing, we're going to walk through exactly what's missing and why it matters. An agenda is basically a table of contents for a meeting. It tells you that the board plans to vote on a tax resolution, or approve estimated tuition rates, or pay a list of bills. What it doesn't tell you is how much money is involved, how that compares to last year, or how it affects your property tax bill. Those details live in separate financial documents that weren't part of what we received. In New Jersey, every school district publishes a state-standardized document called the User-Friendly Budget. It includes the total budget, the tax levy, and per-pupil spending, all in one place. Districts also file a more detailed budget statement that breaks spending into categories like instruction, transportation, and benefits. Without those documents, we simply can't calculate any year-over-year change responsibly. Here's a wrinkle worth noting. New Jersey school districts usually adopt their budgets in the spring, ahead of an April county review deadline. That means this August meeting probably comes months after the 2026 to 2027 budget was already approved. If you're trying to understand this year's spending plan, the real record you want is the spring budget hearing, not this later agenda. Normally, this is where we'd tell you exactly how much more or less the average homeowner might pay this year. The tax levy is just the portion of the budget covered by local property taxes, and every district publishes a worksheet estimating its effect on an average home. But without that worksheet or the assessed value data, any number we gave you here would be a guess, and we're not going to do that. So what's actually up for debate here? Honestly, we don't fully know yet. The agenda mentions a tax requisition resolution and estimated tuition rates, likely for students attending from outside the district, but none of the underlying numbers are attached. Until those figures surface, we can't tell you what's changing significantly, or why it might be controversial. The one date we can confirm is August 25, 2026, when the board holds its regular session. That meeting includes resolutions touching on taxes and tuition, but it does not appear to be the district's main budget adoption vote, which likely already happened back in the spring. If you want the real story behind this year's school budget, the fastest path is the district's own website, usually under the business office or finance section. Look specifically for the user-friendly budget summary and the detailed budget statement, plus the record from the spring public hearing where the plan was likely first presented and voted on. Residents can attend the Washington Township Board of Education's regular session on August 25, 2026, where public comment is typically offered as part of the meeting. If you want answers on the actual budget numbers, that's also a good moment to ask the board directly where the spring budget hearing records are posted. We'll keep digging for the real figures and bring you the full breakdown as soon as they're available. That's the full budget breakdown. The complete written deep dive is available free at New Jersey Washington Town GTL, substack.com. Subscribe so you never miss an update. And if you find this useful, a small donation at ko-fi.com/govthrillene helps keep this reporting free and independent.